Welcome back to the Journeyman. We are actually heading into September in today's episode. It hadn't occurred to me because we'd done all of our transfer business in episode 1. I had literally £6 left in my budget, but in the last episode we were still in the transfer window. So we didn't actually finish deadline day in the last episode. So we'll actually see what happens over the course of the next 10 hours in game here. Trent, as you can see, has moved from Liverpool to Bayern for money. Whereas in real life, it looks very much like he's going to go to Real Madrid for free. So GG's Bayern, you've spent £71 million on a man that in real life is available for considerably less. Santos has gone to Tottenham. Mikey Moore has left Tottenham to go to Forest. Mikey Moore's a player, I don't know how he grows actually in career mode, Mikey Moore. He's not come across our path in the RTG yet on the main channel. Adley's gone from Leverkusen to Brighton. That's the third biggest deal on deadline day so far. Now it's the fourth because Savinho's left City to go to Inter for 106.5 million, which is quite the fee. Rico Lewis has left Inter to go to Newcastle for 38.2, so back to the Premier League for him. Pafundi gone to Arsenal. Andre Nana's gone to Bologna for 41.9 million, which is a surprising one. Luke Caber moves within Germany from Leipzig to Frankfurt. Gutierrez, Real Madrid to Manchester United. Romero from Tottenham to City, and now from City to Leverkusen. Big deals going through in that last hour there. Then, of course, bugger all happens in the next one. We've had an offer for Vavatner, but obviously we're going to turn that down anyway. Sorry, El Dense, you're not having the man. So I'll give you a quick rundown of what's happened in this transfer window. Update you on what's happened with the Patreon players, because I believe there's been some moves for some of you. And then we can crack on with the football today. Football that includes the first game against our local rivals, Dundee United. And also, in the entire save, our first game of continental football. Of course, this is our first club in Europe, so we couldn't have played in Europe prior to this, but we haven't played any continental football in any of the other nations we've been at. We will now, somehow. Still don't know how we managed to get continental football at Dundee, but get it we did, and hopefully do well in it we shall. I'm going to go and figure out the Patreon spreadsheet, then I'll give you a quick transfer roundup. All told, in this window then, we've seen Camavinga move to Chelsea for 141.7. Foden's gone to AC Milan. Martinez has gone to Dortmund. Savinho's gone to Inter, as we saw. Endrick's left Real Madrid to go to Bayern. Schlotterbeck at City. Chouameni's left City to go to Leverkusen. Jeremy Pino Atleti. Enzo Fernandez Atleti. Luca Chevalier has gone to AC Milan in goal. Trincao to Girona. Conor Gallagher's now gone to Bournemouth, so back to the Prem for him. Same for Harry Kane at Liverpool. Lois Openda to Valencia. Bremer to Real Madrid, as Gabriel has left Real Madrid later in the month to go to Aston Villa. Trent to Bayern, as we saw. Declan Rice to Marseille. All right. Jeremy Frimpong back to Leverkusen from Leipzig. Yella, who was 69 rated at the beginning of the season and for some reason has shot up to 83. Riddle me that. Gone to Milan for 67.1 million. Ashraf Hakimi to PSG for 66.4. No Trent needed there then apparently now. Kasunu to Roma. Restes to Palace, or Restes. Hugo Larsson to... Well, that's a big move for Hugo Larsson. 65.5 million for... I guess he's only 23. For an 83 rated centimetres, a lot of money. Lukeba, Yilmaz, Kudus to Napoli. Ekitike to Lyon. So back to France for him. Karim Konate to Wolves. Ibrahima Konate to Brighton. Ooh. Jan Kuto to Brighton as well. Brighton splashing some pennies on fellow Premier League players. Matthijs Tel's gone to Brentford. Hjulman's gone to Liverpool. Incapier's left Arsenal. Ferran Torres has gone to Arsenal. And now Martinez leaves Man United, whilst Miguel Gutierrez goes to Man United. Although one's a right back, one's a left back. Sven Botman to Valencia. Rasmus Højlund's gone to Bournemouth. Ansu Fati to Arsenal. So there's quite a few in there that are quite noteworthy. With regards to the Patreon, a couple of moves and some loans. So Will has gone from Bayern to WSG Tirol in Austria on loan. We've seen Mike move within Portugal from Vitória Guimarães to Benfica. We've seen Bailey go from Sivasspor in Turkey to Stade de Reims. Swindon to Aston Villa. It's been the move for Paul. That needs to be read. Benfica still the place for Brett. Manchester United from Feyenoord for Liam. Kilmarnock from Servette for Jack, so we might well come up against Jack later in the episode, or later in the season. Brentford have sent Brandon Young out on loan to Royal Antwerp. Dundee United to Leipzig for Hazaruni, so he won't score against me this year, thankfully, in the next game that we play. Still at Sad on loan there for... is that John? It is John. LAFC to Juventus for Shane, was it? I think it's Shane, yeah. And then Darmstadt for City for Nick. Everyone else is still at the club they were previously at. And ratings are, as you will see on screen next to me, very shortly. Feel free to pause at any point if you see your guy. And of course, if you want to have a look at your stats in closer detail, do come across and join me on stream and I can show you in a little bit more detail. I need to remove some of the players that now obviously aren't being targeted in the transfer window for us. So plenty of people I can take off the list here. But I won't do that yet. We'll do that in a minute. There you go. That's your Patreon players. That's your transfer window. Now let's go and play our local derby. Dave Rankin in goal for Dundee United. They've got a lot of youth prospects. Dave Rankin in goal. Ryan Strain at right back. Then Gordon Jovanovic and Pavle Jelovic as their two centre-backs. Both are pretty decent. Then Vico Chevalier at left centre-back with Will Ferry, they're playing a 5-back. Richard Odada and David Babunski in the midfield. Kai Fothering on the right. Christian Trapanovsky on the left. And Ed May now up top. I believe he's a pre-gen of the previous player that was at the club, Hazard, who's now since moved, as you saw from earlier in the episode. They've not got much on the bench. A couple of 69 rep players, Ross Graham and Max Lammy. Lammy's a left-back, I think. But not much. We are significantly better than we were last time we played them. That's going to be the case for every club we play this season for the first time. But in the rain here, that is going to level things out a little bit. So it might not be as one-sided as we hope it might well be. And to be fair, they're significantly better than they were last time we played them as well, with those youth prospects in the early to mid-70s. So actually it might be more even a game than I hoped it was going to be. Gutierrez. Soboth. Oh, that's a good challenge. Play continues. Try and get it to Adam Armstrong. Work his way around the giant. Jelovic. Never mind, the giant wins. It's loose. Put it back. Looking for Soboth. Soboth up against Savelli. There's the overlapping run. Underlap in the end. Tomic, the right back. Oh, the final touch before the shot is the one that's heavy because of the rain. That was such a good run from the right back. It deserved the chance at least of scoring the goal. Trapanovsky trying to build going the other way now, but they won't. They might. If we end up conceding after very nearly scoring like that, I'll be really annoyed. It's May. They're not going to. He can't shoot yet. I don't want to jinx myself because he'll score a hat-trick now. Oh my God, Adam Armstrong actually won a header against the Giant. Go on, Soboth. Go on. Ref! He slid like Sol Campbell. He just kept going and going and going. Yellow card for the United fullback, Savelli. It's definitely a foul. He's lunged in. And Soboth must have slid 3-4 metres once he landed on the floor. From the penalty spot to give us the lead in the derby here at Dens Park. Adam Armstrong will give us that advantage. 1-0 the D. Good. And Lacey bumped off it, wins it back again. I say wins it back again, they gave it to me. And Dompe looking for Armstrong. Support arriving. Around the corner here is Roa Conchi, who adds a second. It took forever to find a way through, and now the floodgates have opened here in the pouring rain. Dundee 2, Dundee United 0. It's going to fall to Soboth. Still remains one of the luckiest players I've played with. Adam Armstrong. Challenge. Dompe. Conchi. Soboth. Just trying to work some space. He's done well. Soboth! Surely from here. Onside and in. 3-0. Game over. Jeff. That was a comfortable save. Well, let me change to any of the centre-backs that were in front of him then, so I didn't stand a chance to close it down. Trapanovsky will take the corner again. They're looking for the big boy, who really doesn't have great balance, it seems. Their giant man I mean, I have a giant man as well, don't I, in Kelly Held. But their giant... Where is that guy going? Their giant man falls over a lot. Adam Armstrong. Terrible defending. Gutierrez. Soboth. Soboth! Oh, good save. Rankin keeps it respectable-ish at 3. Follimers. Go on. Bosch. Oh, all right. 3-0 do. 3-0 do. A win against our rivals again. You love to see it. Up next for us is Ross County. Away from home. This one we will sim. We'll interactive sim it though, rather than quick sim it, because the quick sim screwed us over, didn't it? Against, well, not screwed us over. We just lost against St Johnstone. Hopefully against Ross County we should be able to get a good result. I think we quick simmed against Ross County last season and lost by a goal to 0. So hopefully this time in the interactive sim we should be able to get the result. Armstrong with the first effort for us, and it is absolutely rubbish. It's gone in for them. Samuel gives Ross County a 1-0 lead in the 20th minute. Oh, joy of joys. We've bossed it so far. Soboth. Come on. Come on. It's defeat to Ross County. Doesn't matter whether we quick sim or regular sim. We can't seem to get a result in the games that we don't play at the moment. Hearts are currently 2nd in the division. We've got them next away from home. I did say that we were 8th, but I think we might have... No, we haven't dropped. An offer for Robertson? He's like, yeah, he's rubbish. Bye. Have fun in France, pal. In the league table, we... To be fair, we're only 2 points off 5th. And 4 points off 3rd. But Rangers running away with it again. 6 wins in 7. They're unstoppable at the moment. St Mirren a bloody 2nd. Certainly a surprise. Come on then. Let's go and play Hearts away from home. Joaquin Ezquieta in goal for Hearts here. 75 rated Spaniard. Gerald Taylor at right back. Greg Holkett, Kai Rolls and James Penrith as the back 4. Cameron Devlin at 76 and Benny Banajim alongside him at 74. Utaro Oda, Barry McKay, Jan Danda and Kenneth Vargas. Vargas has been pretty decent against us, I think, previously. Michaela Neuenhoff is a decent alternative for them in midfield. I probably could do with an extra centre mid, if I'm honest. An extra quality central midfielder, but we have spent all of our money. So when we get to January, I'm not going to be able to afford to bring anyone else in. So at the minute, I'm stuck with really an average defence. Average midfield, really. Thankfully, the front line is pretty decent. Has been scoring well, but certainly we could do better in midfield. Rowaconti's been alright. Don't get me wrong. Oh, Soboth, so much room. But certainly, I'm wondering whether I should have picked up an extra higher rated midfielder rather than stick with Rowaconti and Gutierrez. Maybe should have had another 72, 73 rated player in there if finances would have stretched that far. Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe we'll be okay. Thankfully, Turner's stepped up of late. It was a good effort by Kenneth Vargas, though. Soboth on near post duty. Away, please. Rowaconti into Gutierrez. Challenge and a half. Do not lose it. Get the ball out wide. Knock it down. Return it to him. Good ball. Rover looking to get in the box. Rover roving. Armstrong. Good save by the keeper. Mistake. Oh, calamity at the back for Hearts. 1-0 Dundee. Keeper makes the save, but can only parry it. And then a miscommunication or a brain fart. Something's happened back there. And we've taken a 1-0 lead. Armstrong with the first effort. And the defenders got there. And they're both talking to each other about who's going to take control. Nobody does. Armstrong walks up. Nutmegs the goalkeeper, who's the highest rated player on the bloody pitch. And nails it in the back of the net from 2 yards. Up the D. Nice ball inside. Here comes Paris Magoma. He's still going. Paris Mago will take the free kick. It's a little ways out. I don't know as a yellow card was necessarily needed for Devlin. Yeah, it's quite a way out. We had someone in the lineup that could take a really good free kick. It wasn't Adam Armstrong. I must have been, annoyingly. It's going to be, what's his face? Jean-Luc Dombey, who's now not on the field. That's on target by Armstrong. And, well, not very convincingly dealt with by the goalkeeper, to be fair, because that was a really poor free kick. Keeper actually holds on to it this time. Well done, mate. He throws it straight to me. What is he doing? Soboth. Soboth is deadly. He's so good. 2-0 Dundee. I really am going to look into him in the RTG because he's just brilliant. I love that. Christ, nearly died. Soboth on the run, though. He's so quick. And the lower rated defenders just can't deal with it. Nice ball to Armstrong. Ow! Shame about the finish. Should have been 3 there. And really game over. Just rifled it across the box. It's very nearly gone in, but narrowly missed the target. Vargas. Oh, alright. Chill. He's really good, is this Vargas. Lovely turn. Dander down the line now. Delivers the ball. Floats it. Stands up to the back post where Tomic can win it. And headed away by Gutierrez, but only as far as Banangine. Tried something clever there in the middle. It didn't work. Armstrong used the left back. Make the run for me. And down the line. Rover in a good spot. Right. Okay. Okay. Vargas lets it run. Surely from here. Great finish. 2-1 Hearts. All from that terrible pass. Absolutely awful pass from Rover. Don't know what he's doing there. Hearts are within 1. Lacey. Magoma. Gutierrez. I don't know whether to push for another. Oh, what a ball. Don't need to push for another. That came without much effort at all. But, mwah, through ball from Roa Conti. That is top draw. A little bit of quality that I said at the beginning of the game I thought I was missing in midfield. We found it in this one. Although Hearts have been really bad. Space on the far side. Soboth will look for Rover and find him well. And he's cut inside brilliantly. I don't know what the defender's doing. Throwing himself in front of me. Would have been a little bit more composed. I could have just played a simple pass and surely just tapped home a 4th. Well, we didn't need a 4th. We didn't even need a 3rd in the end, but we got one. 3-1 win away from home against Hearts. That will push us up the table. I bet Rangers won though, didn't they? They always do. Yep, Rangers 2, St Johnstone 1. Their march continues. St Mirren 2nd is an absolute mystery. And now, unbelievably, after finishing 5th in the SPL, we have European football. Clark Robertson off to 1C. Bye. In goal for FC Dinamo Bucharest. Gulubovic. At right back, they've got Sivis, Kennedy Boateng alongside Adam Muller, who's a youth prospect of some description. Elkin Ruiz, left back. Then Andre Morginan. Please do forgive pronunciations. Patrick Olsen at centre mid alongside Catalan Serjan, former Arsenal youngster, 77 rated and a standout in their team. Antonio Bordishanu on the right. Astrid Selmani at striker with Denis Politic on the left-hand side, former Bolton man. A couple of youth prospects on the bench too, as well as some higher-rated players, but not sensational. I've had to rotate quite a bit, actually, because of fatigue in between the midweek game and this one. So Rover starts, Tiffany starts, Dompe starts. Is an entirely different front 3. Kumetio starts at left centre-back, as well as Ingram at left-back and Mulligan at CDM. So quite heavy rotation for this one, but hopefully in our first ever European game in the entire save, albeit in the bloody wet, unfortunately, we can get a decent result. So, strike, save, thankfully. That was travelling. That was a really decent effort. 4 minutes in, it's a corner. We've started on the front foot here. I thought keeper was going to come for that, he hasn't. Kumetio gets up well. Then stayed on the floor, and that is comfortable again for the goalkeeper. Back inside, a little cheeky flick. Mulligan. Roa Conchi. Oh, I got a little excited when that was halfway towards goal. My excitement soon dissipated as soon as I saw it go wide. But that was travelling from the Aussie. Dompe. Maybe if I stopped saying his name like that, he might actually play well. Gutierrez to Mulligan. To Dompe. Beats his man. Swacks it, apparently. Rover. Oh, it's really well done. Oh, until the finish. Oh! Brilliant footwork. And I thought the right thing to do was to try and go for the far corner, but he's just stumbled as he's taken the shot under the pressure from the defender, and it's taken it wide, unfortunately. Could have been a historic goal. I don't know, has Dundee FC have ever played in Europe before, have they? I'm sure live chat will be able to tell me, or you guys in the comments section. This might be already a historic day, or an historic day, if you get your grammar right, for the club. It could be even more so if we're able to score a goal as well. Dennis Politik down the wing. Back to Serjan. And Marginat. Oh, it's a lovely ball. Oh, he's got to bury that. He's got to bury that. It's not good enough. Not your fault, ultimately, because of the game. Oh, footwork from Conchi. That was unreal. Lovely little touch. Dompe. Brilliant ball. Oh, Muller gets there first. Mulligan to bring it down. From range. Oh! Keeper very quickly grabbed that out of thin air. Thought that was travelling again, just like the Roa Conchi one. No dice. Still 0-0 in the 40th minute here. In the pouring rain in Romania. Cross here to Serjan. Space for Politik. Oh, good footwork too. Selmani. Well in. Just lift it. There's a bit of space here for Rover to get into. And if Stiffy makes me a decent run, I could maybe find him in behind, but he's not made a decent run, unfortunately. Play this about. Roconci will look for Rover now. Bit of space. Stop! Straight. A couple of these Rangers have looked like they're going to... Typical, when he's called Rover. A couple of these shots from range have looked like they're actually flying in from the main camera angle, but actually they go wide. The one from Roa Conchi and the one from Rover as well. Thought both of them might well have ended up in the back of the net. Plenty of chances in the game, but no goals yet. Out wide nicely to Ingram. And through the gap. Here's Tiff. Got runners. Plenty of runners. Dompe back inside. Conchi around the corner. Conchi onside. Roa Conchi to give us the win in Europe, potentially. Low and not necessarily actually that hard. Underneath the rushing goalkeeper to slide the Scots in front against the Romanians. Rather large travelling contingent, actually. They've been very generous with their allocation. And he's just... Has he gone through the keeper's legs? No, he's slid over it. Tidy finish from Roa Conchi. We lead by a goal to 0 in our first ever game of European football in the save. Mulligan dropped the shoulder. Well done. Robertson's there. Rover going. Quickly looking for Stiffy. I'm desperate to get Stiffy a goal in a Dundee shirt this season. It just isn't quite arriving for him yet. But this is going to be game by a single goal to 0. He says yes. Oh, panic a little bit. By a single goal to 0, we win our first ever game in Europe in the save. Very pleased indeed with that. Let me know what you guys thought of the gameplay today. We have tweaked the sliders slightly for this episode and shortened the halves to 4 minutes from 6 to see if that's made a difference to the gameplay and if it's a bit more realistic than the 6-5, 6-5, 6-5, 3-3, 5-2, 5-3. And to be fair, results-wise, a 3-0, a 3-1 and a 1-0, whilst there's still a decent amount of goals in there, it's more realistic, isn't it, than a 5-3, a 5-2, a 3-3. It's just weirdly got that 0-0 against Aberdeen in the last episode, which was quite peculiar. But we're up into 6th in the table now, and up next is high-flying, surprising St Mirren. If we are ever going to win the league in Scotland, we're going to have to go invincible and perfect, because Rangers just refuse to drop any bloody points. It's ridiculous. It's a joke. 8 games in, and they've already got twice our points tally. Unbelievable, mate. It's a joke. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today. Drop the video a like if you did. Enjoy. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on more. And I will try... Sorry, Stiffy. I will try and keep us pushing on in Europe and pushing on in the league. I'm not going to win the title at Dundee. I don't know as I'd ever win the title at Dundee. But for the time being, we'll give it a go to get into the top 4. I think that's doable. Second might be doable if we can sort our form out. And who knows what we can do in Europe. Can you imagine Dundee FC winners of the Europa Conference League? That would be unreal. Maybe. See you later.